Hey everyone, this is Jennifer Ortega with Red Carpet Report. I am here at this fabulous fundraising event for the Fulfillment Fund. We're raising money for kids to go to college. There's some great food here, and I'll be talking to some of your favorite celebrities. Hi, I'm Jennifer. So lovely to meet you.
How you doing? I'm Jon Huertas. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Well, we all know you from This Is Us, which is,
My favorite show.
I mean,
My favorite job.
yeah, how is it to be part of such a phenomenal show that's touched so many people?
It's a gift, really. The group of people that I work with are, of course, super talented. They're all beautiful people, and they're like family. And we have great writers. We have great story. We have an amazing audience following, and you can only hope for that, because that's what keeps the show going, keeps us writing great stories, and keeps me employed. You know what I'm saying? So and that's important. I love doing this. This is my dream job. So This Is Us is a double dream job, because it's just when you get to work with that caliber of writing and that caliber of cast, it's something that's once in a lifetime, really.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like the talent you include on the show, but like beyond the actors, the writing, even with the music, everything.
Oh, the music's amazing. Siddhartha, our composer.
Siddhartha.
He's one of my favorite people in the world. I love that Dan gave him his start. Dan Fogelman gave him his start on another show. Yeah, I think was it called Neighbors? It was the show about the aliens. Whatever. Yeah. So yes, Siddhartha had a band he was touring with, and Dan gave him his first composing job on that show. And Sid didn't want to do it at first, and he ended up being brilliant. And now he's composing for other shows, Marvel's Runaways.
Yeah. That's where I met him at the Runaways thing.
Oh yeah, cool.
He's so talented.
Yeah, and we just did a big panel down at San Diego Comic-Con. I moderated the panel, and Siddhartha was on it. We had composers from all the really cool shows, and we talked about how important music is to storytelling. And our show, it's very important. We have such great music for our show. It helps us punctuate those emotional beats, comedic beats. But we do. Sid does it daintily. It's not overbearing. It's not taking you out of the moment, because the music's so in your face. It's just perfectly composed, really.
I'm bummed like I missed that panel, because I love talking to composers, because like you said, it's such a fun, and people don't even realize, but it's such like a fine kind of tuned thing, and you really balance.
It's very important. A lot of people don't realize it. Yeah.
Like I always say, like watch something without any music or sound, and you'll see what the difference is. But
exactly.
Of course, we're here for the Fulfillment Fund, which is such an amazing organization. How did you first get involved with them, and why do you think it's an important organization?
Well, my partner, our restaurant Clutch is one of the sponsors, and my partner at the restaurant used to be a social worker. He and his wife, it was my partners, my wife and I partners in the restaurant, and we sit around in the restaurant and we talk about issues, and we talk about homelessness, from homelessness to education, and we talk about current situation in Washington D.C. and we talk about how civics used to be a requirement to graduate high school, and it changed years ago. I think 60s or 70s, but people don't understand how government works, and we've seen, I think, a lack of education across the board, all subjects, and especially people that live in underserved neighborhoods, people that don't have access to private schools or the best education, which private schools don't always give the best education. I went to one, and I learned a lot more in my public school than I did in my Catholic private school. So, but I think that education is important, and getting education to people is important, and that's what the fulfillment does. That's what the Fulfillment Fund does. Is it gets kids who otherwise might not get access to certain types and levels of education. It gets them that extra boost that they need. So I think that for me, if I want to help be a part of the world changing, this is something I have to support in our restaurant, and we're all about social impact with Clutch, with everything that I do. I love giving back in a socially impactful way.
That's my favorite thing when I interview people like you that actually give it back and see the importance in it, because especially giving back to to the youth and to the people that will be shaping our world, and we need that right now. And
absolutely, I think my three favorite ways to impact marginal people is kids, first of all, kids from inner city schools, kids that are whose parents have to work maybe 2 jobs, or that they only have one parent that works many hours to get food on the table and to keep a roof over their head. So I want to, affect change for them. I want to affect change with the homeless epidemic in this country, and I want to affect change when it comes to wildlife and protecting wildlife, and sustaining their wildlife corridors and promoting more corridors so that we have, a well-balanced. I want to have a well-balanced social impact with what I do.
And the wildlife thing is also kind of in par with it, like education and learning about things. So I think kind of it all
exactly, like I work with this organization called Wildlands Network, and my focus and my goal is to try to take inner city kids who've never been exposed to wildlife and take them on an American safari. Let's find all the big animals, the big carnivores that we have here. Wolves, we have gray wolves, we have Mexican gray wolves, we have red wolves, we have badgers, we have mountain lions, we have jaguars in Texas and Arizona and New Mexico. We have big cats here, we have big animals, we have elk, we have pronghorns, we have moose, we have amazing bears, we have like so much wildlife diversity that kids that never get to be exposed to it because they don't get to go camping, or they don't get to go out there and see that. So I want to do that and connect the two. So that's how I want to educate kids, educate them in biology and ecosystems and ecology. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Such a fan, and thank you for all you're doing. It's really important.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You too.
Take care.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, as always, give us a thumbs up and press the subscribe button below.